So an arithmetic sequence has first term A. So we think about sequences. We might have, for example, 1, 3, 5, 7, whatever it might be. That's a nice easy sequence. We don't know what this sequence is yet, but we do know it starts off with an A, whatever that is. And then we have some other something else. We're just going to write question marks for now. And then we have KA, whatever that is. And then we have, so I'm going to rewrite, instead of writing question marks there, I'm going to write, let's write x1. No, so x2, because x1, the first term would be A. X2 is we don't know. X3, we also don't know. X4 is KA. And then x5, we're just going to put as x5. We could probably should have done this in a table, really, but in fact, okay, I just needed to sort that table out. It looks a lot better now. So we're going to say n, and we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, good, I have done enough. 7, and then we're going to say, well, x, basically the value that is the nth term, and the first is A. The second term, we're going to have to just call it x2. The third is going to be x3. And then the fourth term is KA. The fifth term is, we're just going to call it x5. Sixth term is, we're going to call it x6. And the seventh term, we're going to have to call it 9a. Now, it's an arithmetic sequence. So now I believe that will mean it goes up by the same amount. So let's double check that. All right, so we are going to go up in equal amounts. So that's good. But we just need to know what amount that is. All right, so if this is 9, so we've got to work out what is that gap, what is that gap, what is that gap, that gap, that gap, and that gap. So, and we know eventually it goes up to 9a. So, okay, let's have a think about this. So the total increase is 8a, and it does it in 6 increases, which means in each time it must have increased by 8. By 8a divided by 6. So 8 divided by 6a, we can simplify that and say 4/3 a. Okay, so this, the first gap is always, so these gaps are always going to be 4/3 a. It's an arithmetic sequence, which means we wouldn't be able to do that otherwise, because we wouldn't know how much it. We were making the assumption that it's constant, that it increases by a constant amount. So then we go, if it's 4/3 a, then by the time it's got to it's increased 3 times, well, that's going to be 4a. Okay. So it's increased by 4a. All right. So it's increased by 4a in total, which means it started off at a. So now ka must be equal to 5a. Therefore, I've just done the whole question now, haven't I? K is equal to 5. Let's check to see whether or not I'm right there, though. We want to retrace our steps. So if that's the case, then the first, after the second one, then x2. So let's move all this to the side. In fact, let's move the whole lot. So I'm just going to unlock that, and I'm just going to move all that to the side, like that. And I'm going to move this right bit to the side. Oops. Let's get rid of that bit there, because we don't need it anymore. I'll just move this bit first, and then just delete that. So, and we're going to now, we know that the first one was a. We're going to rewrite x2 as, that's going to be a plus 4/3 a. So basically, well, let's write Oh, so basically, okay, I'm gonna pause the video and write those in. Okay, so that last little bit was me just checking, but I am correct. It is k is equal to 5, because what I did then is I double checked it all. You wouldn't really have time to do this in the exam, unfortunately, because maths exams are so high time. You got a really short time to do your paper. But when you're learning these things, it's definitely worthwhile checking this out. So I said it's going up in 4/3 A. It started off at A, which is the same as 4/4A. So we have 4/4A plus 4/3 A. So the gap that means this would be 7/3A. And then we're going to add another 4/3 A. So that will take it 11/3A. Then add another 4/3, 15/3A. And I said K was equal to 5. 15/3 simplifies to just 5A. So that's looking good. That's our first little confidence booster. It makes you think, oh, it definitely looks like we did things right. But we can keep going through. We want to know if we get to 9A. Obviously, we do. You can see 19/3, 23/3, 27/3 simplifies to 9A. So we're good. So that was a bit of a tricky question. But